Radioactive elements are unstable and emit radiation as they decay. The decay rate is measured in half-lives. This means the time it takes for the activity of a radionuclide to halve. After another half-life period, the activity is again down by half. This continues, and eventually the material emits only negligible amounts of ionizing radiation. Each radionuclide has its own half-life, so waste can be hazardous for periods of time stretching from a few hours or days up to hundreds of thousands of years. Radioactive waste is classified depending on the half-lives and the level of radioactivity of the nuclides it contains. According to the IAEA's safety standards, there are 6 classes of radioactive waste. Each waste class has different management and disposal needs. Techniques exist to manage this radioactive waste and the spent nuclear fuel from power plants and research reactors in a safe and secure way. Waste containing only radionuclides with very short half-lives can be stored for a few days or years to allow for the decay of the nuclides. This type of waste is usually generated when radioactive materials are used for research or medical purposes. Eventually, it can be disposed of as conventional waste. Other waste forms need to be managed for radioactive waste disposal. By volume, most radioactive waste has low levels of radioactivity. This includes the majority of the waste that comes from the routine operation of a nuclear power plant, and waste that's produced when medical and industrial devices that use radioactive sources are no longer needed. This could be because the source has decayed and the remaining radioactivity isn't strong enough for its original purpose, or the device is damaged or obsolete. In these cases, the radioactive source needs to be removed from the equipment and prepared for storage and eventual disposal. Some countries process their waste at centralized waste management and storage facilities. Upon arrival, the waste is controlled to check for any surface contamination, and the radiation levels are measured. Details of the waste type are noted for the inventory before the waste can be processed further to prepare it for storage and disposal. Such processes can involve measures to reduce the volume of the waste, such as compaction and incineration. Encapsulation is used to immobilize the contaminants. After being placed in appropriate containers, the waste is stored. It will remain in this kind of facility until a suitable place or system for its disposal is established. Many countries already have near-surface disposal sites for waste with low levels of radioactivity. These facilities can consist of silos in the ground, trenches, or vaults. Once they're full, they will be backfilled with grout or soil, sealed and closed according to their disposal license. Alongside the radioactive waste produced by the routine activities at a nuclear power plant, nuclear power generation produces spent fuel or high-level waste. Such waste is low in volume, but has a high level of radioactivity, and it remains hazardous for thousands of years.